says hello as the sun says goodbye. The birds ride the wind and know where they're to go. They're just cruising by, singing a song or two for you and I. The ocean meets the sand and whispers to it too, come dance with me and lose yourself deep in the sea. Oh, the world, it works so beautifully together. Oh, the world, it seems in harmony. Why can't you and I live together in harmony? The butterfly emerges from deep within the cocoon. It was hiding for a while, getting ready to show its beauty and change. The winds begin to blow and dance with the trees and twirl the leaves around as they dance in the sunlight. The rain, it begins to fall and everything washes off, all shiny and new, just like me and you. When we were once born, the world is there together as one. The world is there together in harmony. Why can't we live together and understand who we are? Why do wars make us better when we feel like we are hurt? Why can't we love one another and give it all a chance to dance? The world, it flows so beautifully. It dances with the planets and the stars light the way. And the universe says, you are one with me. Why can't we learn to live together as one? Why can't we learn to love everyone? Oh, the world is in harmony if we follow the sun and moon and stars in the universe and dance as one in harmony. In harmony, you and me, we are one. Why can't we live in harmony? Well, we're going to do the best we can. And we are navigating life right about now here. And we are broadcasting live from the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach and wherever you are. We trust that you're home, safe and sound, and under the cover of your sacred space. Times are a little unusual. We've been talking about this energy shift for a very long time. I guess we didn't think it was going to be quite this dramatic, but here we are. Here we are being mindful of who we are, who we've come to be, protecting our physical body, giving thought and consideration to our health and our wellness. Here we are being mindful of how we spend our finances and looking at the finances that we have and really learning the lesson of trust. To trust that everything will be okay. To understand that there's a force greater than the human being that is governing these experiences that are, well, directing some of these outcomes. You have chosen to be a part of this world, this experience. I know, review the contract, maybe too late now. You chose to be here in unprecedented times. And maybe in a past life, a past experience, maybe you were a part of another experience similar to this. Maybe you come with a little bit more wisdom than you realize. But this is our, well, human being wake-up call. Are you awake? I sure hope so. Because there have been things in this world, on this planet, that we have taken for granted. And Mother Earth has been beckoning to us, calling us, begging us to take a break and to notice nature and live in nature and honor the beauty that surrounds us, the beauty within, the beauty of each being that we are, the unique individual essence that beats inside of all of us. So here we are. You'll be looking in the mirror soon, and maybe that might be all you can do for a while. To just take a good look at yourself and really come to know who you are. We've been busy, driven to distraction, going from thing to thing, place to place, happening to happening, really not centered. And this is the time to align to the centered being of you. Now I know it's a scary time, and that fear is gripping hold of us, but you mustn't let it. You mustn't let it dictate the inner peace that you have within. That being inside that knows that you are connected to Source. It's the fear of the unknown, the fear of the known, the fear of the outcomes of things we do not understand that can grip hold and paralyze you and, well, drop down your immune system, disrupt your inner peace, disrupt your relations with people, and wreak havoc. And perhaps turn us brother against brother, sister against sister. That's not what we want. We want to be unified in a time like this. We want to trust that the love that we have in ourself has enough love to honor self and love one another. And to give kindness and care for all those on the planet. And to take the blueprints and imprints that are being sent to us visually on the news and see everything healed and well, and not allow the fearful results that are occurring in the world, and we won't make light of them because they're there, not allow them to grip hold of you and become a movie that plays in your mind. You know, I've heard many people say, oh my goodness, all the things that are going on, and they'll name a country and they'll continue and go on and on and on. Well, you could say, yes, I understand that there has been great suffering, but I know that it will pass. And I, the being that I am, send healing to that country, that place, that person, that circumstance, that condition. You've got the power. This is all about finding your personal power, finding your God power, finding your center, your source. I know for some of us it's also all about how do we survive? Well, we're all going to learn to survive together. We're all going to learn to, well, let it be and trust that somehow we'll squeak through this. And that when we come through the narrow opening, through what appears to be the darkness of disease and malaise, a so-called virus, there are millions upon the planet, but one that seems to want to be a little pesky, well, when we squeak through this experience, there'll be a new paradise, a new oasis, a new dimension, a new way of being. This is the breakthrough to the 5th dimension. You know, we may not understand what it's like to be a butterfly, but when the butterfly begins to break down to this liquid form, can't really be that comfortable, can it? And butterflies, from what we know or think we know, don't have the emotions that a human being has. So I can imagine that it doesn't necessarily feel fear. It just releases and allows the breakdown to happen so that it can reach the next state. Is that not where we are? In a moment, in a time in our lives when the breakdown is occurring, and there's nothing else to do but surrender, nothing else to do but allow it to move forward, nothing else to do but trust. Trust in who you are, the power that is within, the essence, the connection with Source, the power that is God, the angels, the guides, our loved ones who have gone before us. We have nothing better to do but trust. For that is the answer. To trust and know that love is the power that will fuel us. Now, there are many who are in the front lines. They're representing us. There are doctors, our nurses, healthcare workers. There are those that are stocking the shelves for our groceries. Those who are making sure the deliveries are taken from place to place so that there is enough. Never before, especially in a country like America, have we ever stopped to think that we might have scarcity. But you see, as a collective consciousness, we have had many things on our shelves that we saw, but we have been carrying a belief, a condition of scarcity and lack for generations, preceding the Great Depression. But we'll take it from there. Our grandparents, our great-grandparents, our parents, they told us stories. And somehow that became part of the story we told ourselves. And perhaps you never considered lack as the plenitude that was out and about in the grocery stores, in the restaurants, in the shopping malls, your choices of shoes and lipstick, your choices of food. Do I want meat? Do I want vegetables? Do I want frozen food? Do I want pizza? Do I want ice cream? Do I want takeout? Do I want to dine in a restaurant? Do I want a fancy wine or a cognac or a beer? It was all there. But individually, so many of us have questioned our ability to be able to have it all. And so even though in our visual we saw plenitude, shelves always stocked, well, inside, maybe as a collective, each individual a piece of the whole, we have been living in some sense of lack and scarcity. And so now we are seeing it in the manifested world. And this too shall pass, and you will survive. And as you move through this, and you see that all your needs and desires will be met, that you will stay well and be healed, for most everyone, that is the story. And for those of you who battle disease, well, there is a journey for you to learn how to rise above that experience and be your own healer and trust in the universe. And for those of us who have perhaps a compromised situation in the health, it's time for you to take care. Maybe you've been compromised for a while, but you didn't take it seriously. Wake up. Wake up and honor the temple, the body that dwells the house of God. For you are the keeper of God. You are the caretaker of the physical being that allows God to express through you in all that you do. Your work, your arts, your science, your expressions, your music. It allows you to express to each other in your acts of kindness and gratitude. It allows you to connect through prayer and meditation. The greatness that dwells within. Like the butterfly, you will emerge from this experience. Like the cicada that doesn't go through quite the breakdown, but that too morphs. You are going through your breakthrough. And it's your chance to take a step up. But I can tell you that if you choose to watch and talk about the horrific things that you view, you will begin to create more of that. So let's not. Let's look at you. What is your contract? What is your soul experience? What can you glean from this experience? How can this make you a better human being? A better expression? A better recognition of God? How can this allow you to transform? How can this open up your heart so that you can love another person completely? How can this let you realize that you're more than the circumstances and conditions that come upon you at any moment's time? How can you open up your being to know that you are one with the universal wisdom and clarity, that there is no forgetfulness or uncertainty, that you have intellect beyond your human learning? How can you allow this to transform your life? How can you allow this to prepare your children for their future so that we do not continue the expression of our parents and our grandparents and our great-grandparents of fear and lack? This has been coming for a long time. And again, not everyone realized just how it would come upon us. But if we look at history, we're right back to where we usually are at a time like this. So how can we navigate this experience a little differently than they have in the past? How can you help your neighbors? How can you help your friends, your co-workers? How can you support the companies that you have worked for, perhaps for years? Are you going to moan and complain when they have to make a choice that's a business choice? Or are you going to just trust that you're going to honor it and somehow you will be okay? And when life gets back to a different rhythm, that you will pick up where you left off, relatively free of any worry and concern. There are powers that be beyond this planet that are working tremendously to change this planet. The energy of the galaxies are supporting our transformation. We have been on a journey for billions of years. And this is a monumental time. And lucky you, you chose to come right now, to be a part of this. And I say lucky, not tongue-in-cheek or sarcastically. I say lucky because it's a time for you to really embrace the God within, the I am that I am. It's your great awakening. The awakening that you have asked for generations, for your many lifetimes. No matter what path you have walked before in the past, you have put your foot upon the path at this time so that you would be present and that you could accomplish great things. That you could tap into your uniqueness, your divinity, your creative side, and share. Gone were the days of Atlantis, when all shared their gifts and talents with each other, when the expression of self was free, and all celebrated life. Well, this is the dawning of the day of the age of Aquarius, and the raising up of Atlantis. The raising up of the energy, a celebration of life, a free expression, self-expression. Don't look at the parameters that have been put in place by sources, powers. They don't define you. They're here to create some boundaries in a time of great fear. And whether you agree or not, you're still free to express yourself. You're still free to be connected to Source and say, how may I serve mankind, and who have I come to be, and how may I serve you, God? No one can take that from you. No lockdown, no curfew. They can't take who you are from you. They can't take your private connection with Source. So what better time to dial up and connect? What better time to be one with who you've come to be? To look at the aspects of self and make the shift. To go through a tremendous physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. To align to the highest power of the human experience. You can do this. For that's what you've come to do. Yes, you can plan, you can prepare, you can take precautions. They're all necessary. But do it with love, with kindness, with faith. Faith is asking you to believe in something you cannot see. So believe in the power that you have. Show you who you are. And use this time to clear, clean, declutter. Remove things that don't belong in your personal space, that represent days gone by, past experiences, past relationships, past hurts, or things that you were attached to that you realize now you have the power, the strength to just release. Just let it go. You can choose how this experience goes for you. You can take self-care, love self, and trust Source. Recognize the divinity within. You have that power. Each one of us has a different path, yes. And for some of us, it may be a little more challenging or bumpy than another. But trust anyhow. Don't look to the left or to the right in the comparing mind and wonder how someone else has an easier path. Maybe because you presume they have more money or things to get them through a difficult time. You know not what it is to walk in their shoes, so judge them not. Criticize them not. And compare not. You're not the comparing being. You're a divine being that has all of the tools, all of the energy, all of the wealth, all of the abundance, all of the health available to you, divinely you, upon your call. Call your angels. Call your God. They've got your attention, do they not? So trust. Just trust that you will be fine. And share. Share the gift of who you are. And learn to have fun. When all the distractions of life are removed, the busyness, the running from place to place to place, you may realize how empty your life has really been. That you've just been occupying your time with busyness, pushing down emotions, disconnecting from your heart, your soul, your feelings, just pushing through life. One bill after another, one experience after another, one day at work after another, one obstacle after another. Never having the time to drop down on your knees in gratitude and praise. These are unprecedented times. But these are the times that souls expand, that lives are really lived, and we can all come together as one, in harmony, in respect, in understanding, kindness. There's enough for everyone, even toilet paper. That was driven by fear. What would I do? How shall I manage? What will I need? Understand that today is the day that you release all fear and that you are open to new experiences. Today's the day that you choose love. We have come upon a spring equinox, a new year in the astrological cycle. Seem to have gotten pushed aside, the celebration of spring from the dread of disease. Don't allow that. It's a new beginning, new birth. We are being rebirthed, just like the journey to become a butterfly. You are blooming and blossoming in ways you have no knowing of yet in your physical being. But your soul knows exactly where you're going and who you are. You are growing beyond where you ever imagined. And you, the person who said, I don't think I would be good enough, are being made ready to be good enough. For you've always been good enough. But we're breaking down those thought processes, those limited beliefs, those messages of hurt and pain, that sense of comparison, abandonment, low self-esteem and self-worth. We're dissolving them here and now. This is the time. For in the fall the leaves shed, and the trees became bare, and winter came upon us in a cold night air, and all was frozen and couldn't move. And then the sun comes up in another day, and the temperature rises just enough, day after day, until the dawning of the spring comes, and all is birthed anew, just like you. I encourage you to reach in your heart and love you. I encourage you to welcome the rebirth of you and learn what it is to have time on your hand Is it not when someone passes, we wish we had more time? Isn't it when our children are young, we so wish that they would be young again once they have developed into a young adult? And then off on their own, we wish for the time back. We can't have the moments that have passed again. So seize the moments with glory and greatness. Seize the beauty of everything that you experience and feel it, live it, be it, for you will not pass that way again. This experience, however uncomfortable and at times perhaps almost seeming insurmountable, this too shall pass, and there will be a new day. So choose plenitude, gratitude, healthy ways, love, light. Choose it from within and enjoy every moment. For this is the moment that we have together to celebrate the new days that are coming upon us, to celebrate the rebirth of spring, the beauty that will surround us long after this has passed. Life will continue and beauty will surround you. Choose the beauty. Choose the power within, for it comes from love. Together we are one, and love is the answer. We welcome you. We welcome you here for our Sunday Funday. I am SarahSpiritual. We will be giving you messages, healing. We'll be answering some of your questions in the feed. But I do ask that you share this page. I am sure there are many who need to hear the message that Spirit just gave. I am sure there are many who are having difficulty in this challenging time. And we are here on our Sunday to share with all of you, from our hearts to yours. We are gathered as community. We are gathered together to share, to awaken the consciousness of mankind, to remind them who we are, who you are. So share. Share the page, share the light, share the love, respect each other in the feed, support each other. And know that everything you do, from the simplest act, makes a difference. Because we believe. We believe that as community, we can create change. The change begins with each one of us. And it is written, where two or more of you are gathered, so shall God be. So we are gathered here to answer your questions. We've called in the angels, the ascended master teachers, your loved ones from the other side. We've asked them all to join us. And as many as I can fit energetically here in West Palm Beach at my center, we welcome their energy. And we welcome you to tune in and connect with us. And we welcome your questions. We welcome your comments. And we know that everyone is going through their own experience. And that unless we walk in your shoes, we don't know exactly what it feels like. But when you feel disruption and discontentment and concern and worry, know that you're not alone and choose a different feeling. For fear has fooled you before. Fear has rocked your world before. You've passed through difficulties before. And somehow you passed through. And whatever this experience is, then make a conscious choice that this time as you pass through, you will pass through in the wholeness of the oneness of Source Creator in the universe. And that you will rise to a level never before felt by you. An experience that transcends time and takes you to places and feelings and experiences you have yet to imagine. The beauty, the goodness, the greatness that is this life experience. You choose. You decide how you want to make your life be. Well, we're going to answer questions, and we're going to do a group conscious reading here to see what's going on in the world. Not that we don't have a pretty good idea, but we want to hear from the angels, the guides. We're going to do a group reading, and then we're going to go to our individual messages. And of course, we will do a healing. So as I get things ready, I will ask you, please share the page. Share the light, share the love. You know, we've been here at the center since very, very early month of 2007. We began preparations at the end of 2006. So we have been here building, preparing for this moment, preparing to infuse light upon everyone. Someone asked me, they said, Sarah, didn't you see this coming? Well, the details were never quite explained because that would have created fear. So even I too can be on a bit of a need-to-know basis. But I had a feeling it was going to be an interesting start of the year. And so it is. But we have the power to shift how we experience it. We have that power. So we've got some interesting cards here with us today. We've got Mary, Queen of Angels. We've actually have the Messages from Jesus cards here by our dear friend Doreen Virtue. We send her love and light on her journey and her new path during this time of change. We have our Lovers cards, and we have the Archangel Oracle cards as well. The Archangel Power Tarot deck, actually. So we've got love cards. We've got quite a nice group of cards here for all of you. So we're open for your questions and your comments. Lakeisha Garner-Thomas says, I'm sharing and ready to claim my freedom, my peace, my self-love. We are here opening up our energy. Choose light, choose love, everyone. We all will be well. We have our messages from Jesus, our Angel Tarot. We're going to spread the cards out for all of you. This is our group reading. We want you to know that we're going to continue to be of service to you throughout these times. For as long as I am here in the center, then we have preparations made so that we can do everything via remote. So for us, we will continue to be here. So we've got some beautiful decks here, so I'm going to go ahead and from the Angel Tarot, I'm going to pull us 3 fabulous cards. And from our Messages from Jesus, I will do the same. And then from our Mary, Queen of Peace, we're going to take some cards from Mary, Queen of Peace. We are doing a healing at the end, so I welcome this to all of you, especially those of you who have concerns for your health. We will be clearing the energy. We do believe we have the power to heal. We do believe we have the power to stay healthy. And we do believe we have the power to choose how healthy we will be. So I encourage you to choose health. I encourage you to choose your wellness. So we're going to start with our Angel Tarot cards that we pulled up. And interestingly enough, we have the World. Archangel Michael says, a very happy ending coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. Archangel Michael is assuring us that we have the World and that we are coming full circle. And that is exactly what was in the message in the opening, that we have been in these circumstances and conditions before. We have passed through, and many of us have lived in those lifetimes and have chosen to reincarnate at this time to be a part of this experience and bring our love, our light, and our inner wisdom from past lifetimes. So Archangel Michael wants us to know and wants us to remember that this energy here, he is holding the fort down for us. He is making sure that we are all okay, and that the divine energy of all will be well is upon us. And then the next Archangel card is 9 of Ariel. Your dreams are fulfilled. Hard work leads to great success. A love, the beautiful things in life. So those of you who feel that your hard work and success have been disrupted by these times, you want to trust that it will pay off in the end. That this is just a pause. The universe is hitting pause button for all of us so that we can reset. And knowing that Archangel Michael is holding the space and the energy and letting us regroup and come full circle, we should have that in our knowing that all is well. And our third Archangel Tarot card is the 7 of Gabriel. Stand up for what you believe in. Have confidence. Claim your personal power. Again, a great message in alliance with what we said earlier. Claim your personal power. Know that all will be well. And Archangel Gabriel is bringing us that message. So we have our Archangel Michael, our Ariel, and our Gabriel here, assisting us on this journey. And then as we place these cards off to the side, we will then go ahead and place before us Mary, Queen of Peace. Love is the answer to all your questions. How appropriate is this? I love that card. Love is the answer. Mary, Queen of Peace, says that love is the answer. And that too we said earlier. Honesty. I am in touch with my true feelings regarding this situation. It is important for you to be honest with yourself and get in touch with your feelings. We have been numbing it down and dumbing it down for quite a while. We have been removed from our feelings. And now's the time for us to tune in to our personal feelings and to embrace that and know that you are love, you are light, and that if you have a concern or a fear, for you to quiet the inner child, quiet the fear, nurture self, realign with source and the oneness of the universe. And our final Mary, Queen of Peace for the group is forgiveness. I am willing to release old resentments so that I may enjoy your life. And that's another very powerful tool in these times, forgiveness. It is so important. If you really want to enjoy your life, it is so important to be willing to release the resentments of the past. Forgive yourself and others for those experiences. You've got an opportunity now more than ever. What has been holding you back? What has been locking you down? You've been on lockdown long before anyone put you on lockdown. You've had boundaries within yourself before they were externally placed. You have been shut off and shut down for quite a while. This is your wake-up call. Guys, this is your time. Let go of those resentments. That's the greatest disease to the human species. Anger, hurt, resentment, pain causes more damage than a virus ever could. Because it eats away at you. It robs you of the joy of your breath of life. Everything's happening in a perfect time for a reason. So if you're holding on to resentment while you're hoarding food and hoarding things, toilet paper especially, whatever you're holding on to at this time, forget about the physical things. What have you been keeping inside of you all this time? What have you been holding on to that's been weighing you down, that has been a disease? What physical ailments and diseases do you already have? And can you see how they are a result of a feeling, an emotion that you have not acknowledged? That you have not taken the time to look at? This is going to give you that opportunity. It's going to give you the opportunity to heal from within. There'll be great medical breakthroughs in the days and months to come. But you can have your own breakthrough, your own medical healing by releasing the emotions and the toxicities in the physical body. How many things have you been doing in the outside world that knowingly you know they're toxic, but you do it anyhow? Well, now you can't do some of those things. So use this time to cleanse and purge the body, to heal your body. Use this time to open up new opportunities for yourself, to clear the energy. You have that power. Be open and honest with yourself as to your feelings. And then we're going to go to our last group of cards we pulled, and we will save our love deck for the end. We're going to go to the messages of Jesus. Ask and you shall receive, that your joy may be full. Ask and you shall receive. You are not forsaken. You are not alone. The universe is not playing an evil trick on us. This is not as difficult as we are perceiving, because everything we ask for, all that we need, will be provided. And it goes beyond what our organizations and our governments will do for us. It is what your angels, your guides, your loved ones on the other side, it is what Source Creator God will do for you. And Master Teacher Jesus is here to remind you, ask and you shall receive. And our next Jesus card is, thou shalt love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. And again, we've been distracted. Honor God. Take time for God. We have extra time now. Take time for you and take time for God and take time for the relations between you, God, and the angels and the master teachers. Before me on this feed, anyone who listens to this, there are many of you who have been called to be great way showers, but you've been distracted or resistant. This is your time. This is your time to step into the path that you were born to live. This is your time. And our final Jesus card for the group is, give and it shall be given unto you. Remember that when you give to others, others will give to you. You will be provided for. And great things will come. Share with each other. And trust. Trust that all will be well. Share with each other and trust all will be well. Well, as I pick up these cards, we will get ready to put down some love cards for each one of us. I think that those messages were so appropriate. We're going to pull 3 more cards for the group, and then we're going to go to your individual questions. I feel like Spirit's message, its Source Creator message, as well as these cards, have been very beneficial for all of you. We're going to pull 3 love cards because I know we got people who want questions answered about love, because love is the answer. So we're going to spread these beautiful heart-shaped cards. I love these cards. And we're going to pull 3 cards. And we're going to place them back together. These are so cute. And in my head I hear the song, think of your fellow man, lend him a helping hand. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. we're going to put a little love in our heart. We got our love cards here. And the first one is, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of love and life. There is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your connection to love. And isn't that such a beautiful card? And it's really divine love, compassionate love. And there's no wrong choice. The next is your soulmate. Now this has to be one of the most popular cards, the soulmate. And it has to be the most popular question. Where's my soulmate? Where's my twin flame? Where could they be? Oh dear me. Well, this soulmate card is here to remind all of you that your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this, and they will manifest in the physical. We're always looking for things on the outside, but when you stop and believe and realize that everything you desire, everything you need is already pre-programmed, in tune with all that you are, and it is just waiting for your direction, and you're trusting in belief that it can manifest in the outside and not hold on to doubt. Here is our soulmate card. I love this picture. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. And then the final card of our love cards, a very important one, is balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. It's a great relationship. It is one that both supports and challenges. Love challenges you to be a better person. Love challenges you to step out of the zone of where you've been. Love allows you to be a better person. And the balance here is seen right here in this card, and I love the look at this card. It's got the yin and the yang right here at the top. It is such a beautiful card. So we know that love is the answer. And before we continue, we want to just say, we love all of you. We're really glad you're joining us on your Sunday afternoon. You know, we're here every Sunday for our Sunday Funday 5:05, and every Wednesday for our radio show on WWNN, seen here on Facebook. And hi to everyone on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us. We're glad to have you here. If you're enjoying this, drop us a comment in the feed, share the page, subscribe to my YouTube channel, SarahSpiritual. I would love to have you follow us. We've got some interesting content we'll be loading there in the weeks to come. Helena and I have had some busy times leading up to all of this, and we were preparing for quite a bit. We've got some big plans, and for a minute we were thinking, whoa, how are we going to manage all this? And then we said, wow, this is going to give us some great opportunities to put things together. So before we get to our questions and answers, because I know Helena has been loading them up in the feed, let's say hello to Helena. Helena, how you doing?
It's like I haven't even been here. I even got Helena Cam ready. I was like, I'm going to do Helena Cam where people like Helena Cam. So
yes. Well, we wanted to let everyone know that you are here, but Spirit seemed to be running the show, so we had to let Spirit talk there for a little bit.
Yeah, and it was just kind of like, all right, sit down, shut up, and listen, little ones.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I think they're talking to me too. They're like, all right, SarahSpiritual, we're talking to you too. Don't forget that. So we want to make sure that you all know that you are truly loved and appreciated for being here with all of us. And we're going to move some of these cards just a little bit out of the way. And I know some people are looking forward to some healing, so we're going to share it.
I really liked those Jesus cards, actually.
Really beautiful cards, right?
Yeah.
I love the pictures. We'll just put them back in your,
They're really
your
simple,
camera
too.
here if you can focus on for a minute. There you go.
Absolutely.
And they're your Mary cards. They were beautiful too. So we decided we're going to go to the big people right up there. We're going to God and all the top ascended master teachers, calling in all the angels. We had Michael come through, Ariel, and Gabriel. So we had 3 of the 4 archangels. So we were pretty happy with that. And here on our set, we've got our Archangel Shamuel here with keeping the world together for us. And I'll just hold this up because it's got a beautiful energy of the world. And I want you to know that unconditional love is supporting us all. And this is one of our statues that's here at the center. And we love that. And then we also have our beautiful, I love this statue as well, our beautiful fairy butterfly. We've got some very vibrant colors because we wanted to go with the vibrancy of life. And I love this heart. This heart reminds me of the energy of the world. I said to Elena, we've got to put this heart right here because it makes me think of the world, right?
And we're in spring colors. I put some rainbow fluorite up there to match your green.
Yes.
And I'm matching the yellow.
Yeah,
yellow
so
shirt.
we were thinking we were going to be all springy and happy, and here we are. And you know what? We are springy and we are happy and we are glad to be here with all of you. Well, because we're here and we can be. And you know what? We have freedom of speech. We have the freedom to connect. We may have social distancing. Helena's about 6 feet from me, so we're good. So we set things up from other sides of the room. We're being as socially responsible as possible. We are conducting classes, so I do hope you join us as we announce some of our upcoming classes. They are available right here on our website, SarahSpiritual, so you can learn more about whatever classes we'll be loading up soon. If you've missed any of our classes, they are available on my website, SarahSpiritual, for downloadable. Very fabulous classes that we've taught in the past. And we're going to be doing a lot more free things to kind of keep us all busy during this interesting time. And I'm still doing one-to-one sessions via phone and Skype. And we have some people still that we're seeing here in person, but we know that that's going to be really limited, and soon that's going to be something that's going to have to kind of step aside. So we're preparing for that as well. But you know, between technology, we're really never as far apart as it appears. And I love our ability to connect. We've got those of you who are on the other side of the pond who are watching the show, so we thank you. We thank you, everyone who's joining us. And we are really, yes, Lourdes is saying, am I teaching on Thursday? Lourdes, of course I'm teaching on Thursday. We have an apprentice program. It launched on Thursday last week, and we're going to be teaching again on Thursday. And all of my apprentices have our protocol coming up. You'll know exactly what we're going to do. We are really excited. Never before have we had such a powerful connection with the Ascended Masters. We've been teaching this Ascended Masters class since 2012, but there was such a push. You know, I think I have my own ideas. You know, just like the rest of you, you have your conversations with God, and then you go, all right, this is what I'm going to do. And then it's like you get a little slap, and they're like, oh, no, you're going to do it this way. I was planning to launch the apprentice program, and then I thought, well, I don't have enough time to prepare, so I'm going to put it off to the end of March or maybe the end of April. I was playing around with dates, you know, looking at my calendar, the life that I think I'm living according to my calendar. And Spirit's like, no, you're going to pick this day. You're going to hold the class this day. And that was pretty much right when all heck broke loose. And I was looking up at this guy going, really, dudes? Like, really? Like, what's going on here? Like, I don't understand. And they were like, just go with the flow, Sarah. Just go with the flow. We have important messages to teach the students, people to up-level their consciousness, and it's a powerful program. And it's something that I'm very proud to present. We've been doing it now since 2012. Hundreds and hundreds and thousands of pages of transcriptions of information that has been given to us by the Ascended Master teachers. So we are going to be doing lots of programs in the future, but this one I'm really glad we're all part of. So yes, Lourdes will be there. Shay Bernard says, hey, great to catch you live. It's the highlight of her quarantine. So thank you, Shay Bernard. Yes, we are with you all in quarantine. We expect to not be very far away from all of you. We're going to do our best to make this as easy as possible. I have special instructions from Spirit and the angels as to what to do in the days to come. So you check your email boxes. If you are looking to know what Sarah Spiritual is going to do next, not just on your Facebook notification, then go to SarahSpiritual.com. Maybe we can put a link for the newsletter and subscribe, because this way you'll get our mailings and you'll know what we're doing and when we're doing it, and not just rely on Facebook to give a notification. We know sometimes they're a little slow and they've got enough things to do. So we do our own mailings, and we'd like you to be a part of it. So Helena, we've got some questions lined up here.
You know we got questions. You know we got love questions. We got finance questions. Last week was a lot of finances, actually.
Well, yeah, because a lot of people are concerned, right?
Oh, yeah. There was one specifically I wanted to start with because I was like, oh, she's going to love this one. It was from Amy Bradley.
Me? I'm going to love a question?
Yeah, you ready?
Oh, Lord. Okay,
ready?
Go ahead.
So Amy Bradley feels a book coming on, maybe about the magic of the universe. Do her guides have anything to say about this? Side note, all is well.
Yes. You know what? There's a lot to be birthed during these times. And Amy, I'll share with you that when I was speaking earlier, I was talking in the opening, and those of you just joining us, if you missed the opening, please go back later on when the show is done and listen to Spirit's message and share that message. I imagine we'll kind of make a clip out of it. Helena can work on that, because it's important that everyone knows that this is a time where things just like that, Amy, books, messages, ideas, inspiration, this is the time where that's all meant to be birthed. It's, again, removing you from the day-to-day busyness and distractions so that you can move yourself forward and create everything that you need. And yes, Amy, that's a great idea. Spirit is supporting you. And what's really wonderful about the energy that is there for you is that this is a time for you of great expansion. And next year is going to close out some chapters in your life. So what better thing to do than write the book, prepare the book, submit the chapters, and close it all out by next year. So begin this journey. The guides are holding you in this energy. That idea is not just your smart idea, although we all love to think, wow, I had a great idea. It's the inspiration. And that's what this stillness and this quarantine is going to do for everybody. It's going to give us a lot of inspiration. So some of you who are sitting there going, oh my God, I can't go to work, I can't get a paycheck, boo-hoo, getting all upset, we're concerned, we got worries, wipe it out and sit there and say, what does God have for me to do in this time? How can I birth the being that I've come to be? And you may get this colossal, awesome idea, and you may, as you sit here worrying about your little paycheck, you may come up with such a great inspiration. You may be the next inventor, you may be the next screenplay writer, you may be the next up-and-coming starring artist, or a movie, write a movie. Who knows what you're going to do? It's infinite possibilities you can do at this time. So yes, Amy, I love that. I do absolutely love that. So please move forward with that. Spirit is supporting you in that. And I actually feel that April 5th, I don't know why they're giving me that date, but April 5th opens up some really good energy for you. So not knowing your chart and not being an astrologer, but whatever's going on in you energetically at that time, around April 5th, 4/5/2020, I feel like it's a really good time to get started on that book, Amy. So thank you so much for sharing. I love that question. Yes, you're right, Helena. Thank you for sharing that.
Anytime someone's talking about a book, you're like, here we go.
Here we go. Yes. What else do we have?
So I want to go to, here we go. Fiona.
Fiona. Yes, Fiona.
Fiona's asking about her future with career or love.
Okay. So Fiona, the first thing that I am really made aware of for you right this second is that this is your creative time for your life. So for career, the Spirit wants you to take the limitations off and really ask yourself, am I doing what I desire to do? How can I do it differently, better, for a better experience, for better reward and better service? Fiona, this is going to be a really important year to build career. As far as your future with love, this is also an important time for you to be in tune with your feelings and make sure that the people in your circle, friends, co-workers, and love, are feeling the way you want your life to feel. Because you are in such a fertile time. I don't just mean baby fertile, honey. I mean fertile in everything, that you can create the most perfect love. If you're in this relationship and you want to develop it, or if you want to create new love, this is the perfect fertile ground. But one must be very in tune with what we want. So take the time to be still and create that fertile ground. So thank you, Fiona, for that question. I love that question, and I'm excited for the creativity that is around you. Thank you, honey. Who else do we have?
Next, I am going to Nesh Donaldson.
Nesh.
And Nesh is wondering if there's any messages for her in the direction she should go with making sure the girls are going to be okay. She's got all her kids' birthdays there.
She's got all her kids' birthdays there. You know, first of all, the first thing you can do for these beautiful children is for them to know that they are safe. And actually, one of your children has the same birthday as my son, at least the month and the day. So yes, and your child born on 5/18, let me tell you, they really feel, and they're very intense within their knowing. So we want to honor that energy. You've got quite the diversified group actually in your span of children. So make sure that they understand that they're safe, and keep them safe by following these guidelines that have been put in place, and encourage their creativity, encourage their ideas. I'm going to tell you this, in all parents, our kids have spent a lot of time on their devices. And the devices are, of course, beneficial, and they help us in this time. But let's not let them be on the devices now for an extra 5 hours every day just to keep them busy. Let's engage with them. Let's let them feel our attention. You're home. A lot more of us are home, so we can give them our attention. What is our being in an off mood, or feeling worried or down or concerned as to how we're going to pay for something because maybe we're on a break from work? I mean, these are real concerns for many people, but let them know that they're appreciated, they're loved. Encourage their creativity, engage with them. Again, we have been so busy, we have not been engaging with our children the way they need. They need our attention. We've been dropping them off at school, dropping them at daycare, dropping them here, keeping them busy with their sports and their activities, and then rushing home to dinner, rushing home to do homework, and not spending time. I mean, parents are now having to homeschool, which I know that's a stretch for some of us, but at least we're spending time with our children, and we get to feel who they are. We're joking. Everyone's making a joke about social distancing, but I've got to tell you, we've been emotionally distant for a really long time. So the fact that we can't be socially distracted is going to force us to be emotionally connected. And this is an important thing to recognize. So make them know that they're going to be okay by spending time with them, giving them love, reassuring them, and keep them away from visions so that they don't fear that those will happen to you. Because yes, there are people going through some great tragedies at this time, but that's not meant to be everybody's experience. So we don't want to expose our children to too much of that, because that will create fear. And then the next time they are faced with anything, even just a simple cold, they'll remember that people died over this disease, and that will create fear. And that fear will actually not allow the body to heal. So letting them know they're safe and loved is the most important thing you can do, Nesh Donaldson. And thank you so much for your question. It's a great question on behalf of your children and all the children of the world. And we thank you, and we ask that the angels keep all our children safe during this time. Thank you so much. Who else do we have?
I believe the children are the future.
Yes.
And I want to go to Alexandra Menino next.
Yeah, we were singing that song earlier, right?
Yeah.
I believe the children are the future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they have left inside. Give them a sense of pride and make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. And that's exactly what we just said from Spirit. So thank you for reminding, because Helena and I were having a Whitney Houston sing-along. So we were actually joking around saying, okay, if we're all on quarantine, Helena and Sarah will be doing a sing-along here. We'll be in 2 separate locations. She'll be at her place, I'll be at my place, and we'll just have a sing-along party. We can do that. All right, who else do we have here?
That'll be fun. I have Alexandra Menino. She wanted to know if she's finally going in the right direction and what they've spoken about. You guys spoke about last month, and how does 2020 look for her?
How's 2020 look for any of us right about now, Alexandra? But you know what? We're all starting on an interesting start. And when I did a lot of New Year's readings, I was telling people, I see us coming into 2020, and it's just kind of like this, kind of status quo, almost like I kind of was going like, let's wash over January, February, March, April. And I kept telling a lot of people who had their New Year's reading with me, July was the month I was telling everyone, okay, things really start to get going for you in July, whether it was their career, whether it was their money, whether it was their love life. And now I know why. They weren't, it wasn't like Spirit was going, oh, there's going to be a pandemic, scare the heck out of everybody, Sarah, because this is what's coming. They just kind of made me feel like it's a little slow start. And so I'm going to say to you, Alexandra, your month seems to take me closer to the October month. And you are finally going in a direction to get you what we spoke about. You're on the path right now. It's just you need a little more clarity and surety moving forward to get yourself there. 2020 is going to look like it's a stronger time for you in the second half of the year, and I see things being financially well for you. So thank you so much, Alexandra. Keep me posted, message me, let me know how we unfold. I'm so glad we were able to connect before. Thank you. Who else do we have?
Next, I have Brandy Brandt Johnson. Brandy would like to know what she should do to propel forward with her gift and purpose.
Well, Brandy Brandt Johnson, no better time than now, honey, to get yourself, Brandy Brandt, get yourself going, because I've got this energy of, first of all, you are a way shower, a healer, a messenger, very creative energy I see around you. You need to spend a little bit more time fine-tuning the aspects that you choose to present and take out into the world, and kind of direct yourself to focus on one or two intentions for this work so that you can start somewhere, start small, and building blocks will take you there. And when I look at this time, this is an unconditional love time, a personal power time. This is the time for you to step into your authenticity and your self-love, Brandy Brandt. And I also see the Archangel Michael around you and Archangel Gabriel. So they're bringing you strong energy of messages and the strong power of truth and justice and protection. So thank you, Brandy Brandt, for your Facebook message. Who else do we have?
Next, I want to go to Sarah Makia. Sarah says, my house might be going into foreclosure because of my family situation. Will it work out?
Well, Sarah Makia, first of all, your house might be, but everything's on hold. So there's always a glimmer of hope at the end of all of this. And just the fact that everything is going to have to hit a reset financially, there's going to have to be some concessions. If you choose, if it's something that you want to do, it may work out in your favor, this delay of this, because they cannot foreclose on the house during this time. This is something that has been postponed. So then there's going to be a backlog of things to catch up. So that may give you an opportunity to work things out. I feel from Spirit that you are going to be okay. If you are ready to release the home because you're ready for a new beginning, then allow and surrender, because I see it's going to be a very powerful year of networking, connections, and social aspects as well, Sarah Makia. So thank you so much for your Facebook question. Thank you. Of course, social aspects will be in a few months since we're all socially distanced, but I see a great growth for you. Who else do we have?
Next, I have Shay Bernard with a relationship question. Will our situation get better soon? Really need guidance. I can't pull cards for myself or him about this.
Okay, so let's see what we have here. So you, my dear, you're going through a complete emotional and physical reset. And so things that no longer work for you, it's a time of endings. It's a time to prepare for new beginnings. It's a time for you to let go of your concept of relationship, and both of you, both you and your partner, to redefine relationship. And for him, what is building on his energy, when I look at this energy, the first thing that I see is that he is really working towards this, connections, networking. He's got a lot he's got to build, and he's a very proud being. And he doesn't always share everything that's going on. And you two have to break the pattern of how the relationship has been. You both will be okay, and this relationship can stand the test of time. It's just we need to redefine how we interact with each other. So let's see here what we've got. And I'm going to take our love cards, because I just feel like you couldn't pull cards for yourself, but I'm going to pull for you, my dear, 3 cards, Shay Bernard, and let's see what we have here for you. All right, we're just going to put these back over here, move these out of the way. So Shay Bernard, passion, magnetic and seductive qualities surround you at the present. So we want to work on our passion, Shea Bernard. We want to make that passion happen. And we want to spend a little bit more quality time. Then here it is, close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into life regardless of the circumstances. You both have to find joy in the current circumstances in the relationship. We need to go back to having fun. We're not having fun. You know, I hear that song in my head. You don't bring me flowers. You don't sing me love songs. You hardly talk to me anymore when I come through the door at the end of the day. Right? So we've got to go back to basics. And here, looks like you guys are going to be busy because they're talking about a sexual union. Honor the place as one. Honor the place in one another where you are one from the eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. So we want to have union. So it's making me feel like we need to develop intimacy on multiple levels, not just sexually, levels of connection, communication, heartfelt passion, compassion for each other, and childlike wonderment and fun. We've got to go back to having fun. Now, some people would say, okay, Sarah, how are they going to have fun during times like this? Perfect time to have fun, because that's about all you can do, so have some fun. So thank you so much, Sarah, for your question. Shay, for your question. Who else do we have?
Next. Oh, goodness.
Okay, let's see. Who else do we have, Helena?
Going to Cheryl Cove.
Okay.
She's asking about her son, Aaron. What do you see for him in his future?
So your son, Aaron, is a pretty complicated, intense person. I feel like he is kind of trying to step into his journey, but I feel like he's got a lot of growing to do. First of all, you are on a fabulous, fabulous path for yourself, because this is a year to propel yourself, Cheryl Cove, for work and career. If you've been thinking about birthing a new idea, this would be great for you. Maybe a business, this is a good time. Your son, Aaron, I feel like he's just not where he would like to be yet. I feel like he's got to take a step back, reset, and do something else to put himself on his path. I feel like building his career is important right now. Taking a next step, maybe it has to do with a study, but I feel like he's not quite on the path. I feel like he needs to kind of go to beat of his own drum, and at times he spends a little too much time in his head, which would make him his own worst enemy. So I want you to just kind of encourage him. Late bloomer, we're going to give him till September of this 2020. That's when things really start getting going for him. So I just encourage you to encourage him. And thank you, Cheryl Cove, for sharing your son and your question about him with me. Thank you. Who else do we have?
I got Jolie Joy Hassan. Says, Sarah, I want to start a YouTube channel and do some book writing about spiritual topics and starseeds. What does Spirit say about this?
Long overdue, baby girl. Get cracking. You need to do what you need to do. This is your time to make your connection, to express yourself. You have quite a lot of wisdom and knowledge from past lives, from past experiences, from other galaxies. So this is the time to share that, and what better time where maybe things are on a shutdown, a slowdown. So use this time to begin writing, because by writing the book and writing the facts, it'll give you the inspiration and the topics for you to discuss on your YouTube channel. And that will make it easier and make you more fluent when you go in front of the camera. So Jolie Johansson, go ahead, move forward. No better time. And oh wait, I hear the song. Ain't no stopping you now. You're on the move. So get moving, honey. It's your time. Thank you for your Facebook question. Who else do we have?
I have Katerina. It's her
Okay.
birthday here.
Katerina, happy birthday.
She'd like to hear a message about love, life, and happiness. Please, please.
Love, life, and happiness. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. Well, Katerina, let me see here. I've got for you, actually, this is a great, the power of love. The power of love. I'm thinking Celine Dion right about now. We've got the power of love all around you. And happiness. This is your personal power happiness year. Being true to yourself and understanding what makes you happy is going to be the key to your happiness. And trusting that you know within yourself what you want to do and what love is for you. So in this moment of now, I want you to envision what the most happy moment would feel like and look like. I want you to see love energy all around you and connection and commitment, because this is the year that you develop the deepest connections of love, spirituality, and happiness. And, you know, it's a lot for you to do right now, because I feel like there's a lot of different things going on in your life, but focus, and you know what, we have to say this to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Katrina. Happy birthday to you. Thank you for joining us on our Sunday Funday. We wish you a happy birthday. It's going to be a power of love year for you and personal sunshine, happiness, power, my dear. Look for May to open up some new possibilities for you. So thank you so much. And where does Katrina live? Where is she?
I know she's over, like, I don't want to say which country. Like, I know Bulgaria is not it. Somewhere like over there.
Okay.
Yeah. Europe.
So you know what I'd love? Let us know where you're from in your question here, because we want to acknowledge everyone wherever you are, because it's so cool to know if we're in the United States or we're in Australia or in the UK, Romania, wherever we may be. We just want to hear from you and know that we're all connected. Who else do we have?
Next I have B. Mark.
B. Mark.
Do you see anything about me bringing in more money?
Money, money, money. We got money, money, money for you. B. Mark, you know, first of all, B. Mark, there ain't nothing you can't do, honey. So yes, I do see you bringing in more money, but I feel as if there's an idea or a project that you've been thinking about, entertaining, looking to create, and this is something that I see coming for you in a very short time. So I do see you bringing in more money, but through a different stream, a different flow of revenue than you've done before. This is linked to project, business, idea, creativity. So B. Mark, explore that possibility. You do best when you are creating and leading projects and basically beating to your own drum and moving yourself forward. So B. Mark, I do see great movement forward for you. So I do see that there'll be streams of revenue. They may have been slowed down in the actual physical realization. And I'll say this to you, and I'll say this to everyone who wants to do something. You may say, but Sarah, I want to do this, but I can't do it now because of a whatever. I want you to say, in the moment of now it is done, I am doing it in the energetic field, knowing that the realization and manifestation is already here. And then before you know it, everything will fall into place. And when you come out of this slow up in life, everything will fall in place perfectly. Thank you so much, B. Mark, for your Facebook question. Who else do we have?
Next, I have Preshava.
Preshava, yes.
Preshava says, Sarah, please, did my wife betray me?
Preshava, we answered that question, which is a really awkward question to ask, because the betrayal comes in so many levels. But the energy that we get is that you're asking, Preshava, if your wife has betrayed you on a deep level of connection and commitment. And we answered this question on the radio show. That answer is no, we do not see that. We feel as if the connection is not as close as it needs to be, and that there's much hurt and division between the two of you that needs to be realigned and reconnected. But we say no on this. So don't hold on to that feeling, because I'll tell you that that fear will create a momentum that will spiral the relationship and it'll become irreparable. So if it is the desire to have this relationship sustained and maintained, stop holding on to that energy, Preshava. Thank you so much for your Facebook question.
Next,
and I'm going to address that, because a lot of us, we all have that wonder, like, did they cheat on us? Have they done this? Are they lying to us? You know, a lot of people have felt betrayal on different levels. And once we've had that experience, then when something doesn't line up right, that fear grabs a hold of us. That's, again, another fear that robs us of our joy. So we caution you that, you know, if the angels and the guides want you to know something, or you're meant to discover something in due time, in the perfect time, they're going to show you at the perfect time. and they need you to be ready to receive information if it is that case. And in everyone's case, we can only handle so much. And so we also have the power to change outcomes in relationships because of what we invest and create in connection. So please understand that if you feel something is not working right in a relationship, it's your warning signal, it's your caution flag to do more to nurture and tend to the relationship, or to take a good look if maybe the relationship is being put in front of you that way with this angst and fear, because it's time to let it go, because the universe has a better partner for you. Because sometimes we hold on to things that aren't working and it's just not healthy. Thank you so much for your Facebook question. Who else do we have?
Next, I have Corby Kivett. Sarah, will I get my loans to buy back what was willed to me this next month?
Will I get my loan to buy back what was willed to me this next month? Okay, that's interesting. Okay. So the first thing that I am seeing here is I don't see that happening next month. I feel like it's going to take a little longer. Like I feel like that's delayed. And buy back what was willed to you. So I feel like we've got to get a portion of something. We need to buy someone out or something out so that we can get. That's how I'm interpreting this question in the physical. So hopefully I am interpreting correctly here. So when I see that energy, I will tell you that this is the closing of things that have been unjust, and I really feel like there's a lot of commotion around all of this. So I feel like this loan is going to come through, but I feel like things are going to be slowed up. That is a result of times. So I want you to hold the vision for this, but I do feel like what was left for you, you should be able to receive because it was willed to you, and that the universe will support, even if you need to get a loan or a connection from someone outside of the source from which you seek it. So just trust that something is going to work out for this, my dear. And keep me posted on that one. I look forward to hearing your positive response on that in the future. Thank you. Who else do we have?
Next, I want to go to Eileen DeLuca.
Eileen DeLuca.
Eileen says, Sarah, will I find a place to live near my daughter? I am packing now, and so much uncertainty. Thank you kindly. Blessings.
Well, Eileen DeLuca, we wish you much love and light on the journey here. This is a really good time for you to be closing out your chapter. You will find a place. It is uncertain times across the globe. Don't let that hook into you. I want you to trust that something wonderful is going to come for you. And it is actually happening according to the vibration of you, the soul of you, the essence of you. It is happening at a perfect time. So I want you to be open and receptive to what comes. I feel as if you'll find something. You may find a short spot for temporary before we really settle in. So just be open to find something that's almost like a temporary experience before we move forward to the secondary experience. So thank you so much, Eileen DeLuca, for your Facebook question. Who else do we have?
Next, I want to go to Candace Ann Rowe.
Okay.
Question is, do you still see me moving in July, as I am currently going through a lot? All the taxes went to past due student loans and was temporarily laid off due to the pandemic. Help, please.
Okay, well, past due student loans, but all student loans, payments, interest, a lot of that has been waived. So make sure you do what you need to do. Yes, we were laid off, but I feel like you're going to be able to financially bounce back. Remember that, not knowing where you are, Candace Rowe, as far as where we are in the country or the world, but I know here in the United States, they're trying to make some decisions as to how they can help Americans financially. So perhaps some of what you use for your past due loans will come back to you financially from the government as a little kickback of money they're using as a economy stimulus, is how they're referring to it. So I'm looking for you to make your move. You should be able to move in July. Just trust that everything's going to fall into place. That's a little far out. So where you are is temporary. Trust that you'll be back at work and things will come to you quickly and easily with ease and grace. Thank you so much for your Facebook question, Candace, and we'll hold the space that you're going to get there in perfect time because we trust that. Thank you. Who else do we have?
Next, I want to go to Joy Christina Wright.
Joy Christina Wright.
She's worried we haven't been speaking, this partner. Perhaps it is her fault. Should she reach out to him?
Well, we haven't been speaking. Joy Christina Wright, sometimes you kind of push the envelope, you kind of draw some lines in the sand. But I feel like, yes, I feel like you should reach out to them. But Joy, I really encourage you to just give it a little time. Something about the wound seems fresh. They seem insulted. So I don't know if maybe you inadvertently or directly insulted them. So I want you to just give it a little time and just trust that the universe is going to help you move some things forward, all right? I feel as if this will mend. Give it time. And Joy Christina Wright, can you answer in the feed? I don't know, did you book a personal session with me? I know the name looks familiar. I know we set up a lot of appointments moving forward, so I don't know if you requested an appointment or we set you up in my schedule. But this is also a topic that actually would be really best discussed personally so that we can kind of help you navigate this. But in the meantime, give them a little time, give them a lot of space, and then the conversations will resume. And I do believe you should reach out, but not yet. Spirit is telling me to tell you, wait, not yet. We're in a dark moon. The energy is a little funky this weekend. I would really try to wait till after Tuesday or until you have a reading with Sarah Spiritual. So thank you so much, Joy Christina Wright, for your Facebook question. Who else do we have, Helena?
Next, I'm going to Gypsy Star. She says, my spirit feels desperate and confused. Have many questions about love, health, and money.
Gypsy Star. Say, has anybody seen my sweet Gypsy Rose? We got our Gypsy Star in the building here. I couldn't resist Gypsy Star. I know you're feeling out of sorts and as if things are not falling into the place the way you'd like them to. But I feel as if there is many questions about love and health, and work has been spotty, money has been spotty, irregular. The body seems achy. You don't feel well across the board. But I feel as if a lot of healing can happen during this awkward time because there's a lot of emotional, Spirit tells me, emotional baggage, a lot of hurt and pain that's really slowing you up and kind of robbing you of your joy, robbing you of your creativity, and not allowing you to move yourself forward with intention and creation and dedication and inspiration. So we want to get you back in the stillness of inspiration and healing and self-love so that we can build healthy, loving relationships, healthy physical body, and attract a different new career or path for yourself so that income is not so spotty. Again, we understand, Spirit understands, the universe understands that everything may feel like it's being hit with the pause button, but we encourage you to move forward and trust that you will be fine. In the next 6 weeks, things will begin to even out for you. So just trust that things will move forward. Thank you so much, Gypsy Star, for your Facebook question. Who else do you have, Helena?
Were you about to say Gypsy Rose?
I was Gypsy Rose, but because I just got that in my head. So, all right, who else do we have?
I gotta go to Lourdes Fernandez.
Lourdes Fernandez.
Lourdes Fernandez. She wants to know if she's going to be doing more of her spiritual gift and doing her massages.
Lourdes Fernandez, one of the things that you have come here to be is a healer. You have this great energy. This is a great networking time for you. This is a time of social distancing, but for you, socialization, building connections with people, working on a protocol, a development of techniques for yourself. Use this time for your creative ideas and passions. Use it to help yourself to move forward. I see for you that this is a perfect time to build career ideas and connections, because next year your spiritual career, your massages, and your intuitive abilities take off, my dear. So get cracking, Lourdes Fernandez. You need to move forward on your ideas and your passion. It's a beautiful time for you. Thank you so much. Who else do we have here?
Next, I want to go to Ruve Reedy in New Zealand.
Hey, Ruve Reedy, good to see you again.
Says, do the angels have any guidance for me? She had a dream about running on the ocean and being so happy and could hear, see, and feel everything, then came back to the end of the world. Well, the ocean had to come back.
Well, I love that dream because that represents your rebirth, your spiritual cleansing, your immersion with your soul, the oneness, the connection. And oh, it must have felt a little weird to come on back, but you are really a great sense of power, Rave Reedy. And I feel like when I move you into this energy of, oh my goodness, career, passion, compassion, it's a great time for you to embrace the soul of you, the whole of you. I feel as if this is the year that new ideas are birthed for you, that you have the strength, the fortitude, the clarity, the purity of the ocean, and the power and the force to accomplish anything. You've been purified, you've been cleansed, your physical being has been like cleared, so now use that energy to tune and tap into the soul of you so that you can create what is coming forward for you in the future. And that will bring you into a great powerful time starting in the October month of 2020. Thank you so much for your Facebook question. Thank you. Who else do we have?
I want to go to, here we go. Kimberly Griffiths. Do you feel my holistic healing business evolving into life coaching? Please and thank you.
I do believe that because I believe you've been, Kimberly Griffith, working on your coaching people, and holistic healing has been really guiding people. So they're kind of one and the same. So your healing business may need to take a different structure. You may be healing, because as a coach, we are healers anyhow. So you want to coach and heal people on a journey of individual healing, soul healing, emotional healing, and physical healing. So I do feel you will be evolving. I feel like there's a schooling, a certificate, a class, something you would want to take to support that transition, so that as a holistic provider, you have this energy of healing as well as coaching, and the two can merge together beautifully. And really, you can do a lot of physical healing with someone, but if emotionally, mentally, and spiritually they're not open to heal, then the physical body cannot accept the healing. So it's a perfect synergy for you and a great path to take, and you're going to be moving forward in this in a very quick manner. So get on with it, my dear, because there's a big journey coming for you. Thank you. Who else do we have?
Next, I have Ashley Marie. She needs love advice. She had a huge energy shift specifically today. Please help her. Please.
Yes, Ashley Marie. And I did answer you on a Facebook message, but I was waiting to hear back from you. So let's see here, because we were kind of opening up a suggestion for shifting your energy. So right now you're on a fresh start, a new beginning, and love is something that is becoming cleared, and we're removing toxins in love. So whatever was toxic in a love relationship, a love expression, is being cleared and recalibrated. And I feel like you're getting ready emotionally to release old paradigms of relationship and how relationships interact. So thank you so much for your Facebook question. Thank you, Ashley Marie. You need love advice, and our love advice is work on loving you. The universe is helping you shift that so that love can be exactly as you desire it to be. And it's going to be a power love year for you anyhow. So we love that. Who else do we have?
I got this really cool generic question.
Yes.
Says, how do I resolve emotional baggage?
Ooh, doggy. That's a big question. How do we resolve emotional baggage? We need to take a look at where the emotional baggage originates, and that often is childhood memory, and then we begin to build other experiences that actually deepen our belief that we are carrying this baggage, and deepen our belief of not being good enough or worthy. One of the ways that we heal emotional baggage is to do soul integration. Theo, a consortium of 12 archangels, gave me an initiation, so to speak. I studied and became certified by Sheila Gillette, who channels Theo, the 12 archangels, consortium of angels that is responsible for assisting Esther Hicks for opening up for the law of attraction. I'm one of the few people on the planet that know how to integrate the soul to heal those memories where the origination of the baggage began. Because the emotional baggage that we have accumulated, a lot of junk in our trunks, so to speak, became so obvious to us as adults, but there's a little child within, a child, a little girl or a little boy, that's holding on to that hurt, that pain, that abandonment, that comparison, that not good enough, that self-worth, that abuse, perhaps. And it just built a string of pearls of other experiences that really cemented that feeling within. So we work by going to that child, and I do work on a soul level to integrate you to the future. You can learn more about soul integration on my website. But what I encourage everyone to do is I encourage you to spend that time looking at where did this come from, and recognizing that that was a belief that was superimposed upon you and it's not your truth, and forgiving yourself for the choices that you made, because you, the adult, you, the intellectual being, you, the person who's emotionally evolved, you didn't make a lot of those choices. The inner being inside, that is the child that was wounded, made those choices or drew forth to you experiences that would validate the fact that we're not good enough or worthy. So forgiving yourself and recognizing where it originates is step one. Step two is called SarahSpiritual for soul integration. Thank you so much. Let's pull another question, Helena, before we go to our healing.
Yeah, I just had to get that one in there. I feel like that's important now.
It is important, yes.
We'll have a lot of time on our hands to kind of look at those things too now.
Who has time on their hands?
Some of us. I got Angela Gonzalez next.
Angela Gonzalez, hello.
She says
she's in Texas, yes.
Yeah, we decided to put our money into starting a mobile detail company, but with all that which is going on right now, will there be a delay in getting clientele?
Well, you put all your money in there. You know what? Cars have germs too, I know that, but there's a little delay in getting clientele, but not everybody is unable to work, so you have to just identify where your clientele is. But yes, ideally a lot of places would be, you can go to a corporate park, get some clients, but a lot of those corporate parks are empty now. This is a temporary setback. So just trust that you will be able to do it. There are people who still have the ability to pay for something as far as having their car cleaned, and build a reputation by doing it for a small fee so that you can build relationships with people so their car is done, and he gets to almost like give something for half off now, so he can build relationships so that he will have referrals and future customers as we come out of this pandemic, which is going to pass. This is going to pass. Just for now, this is what we need to do. Thank you so much, Angela Gonzalez, for your Facebook question. Who else do we have?
Next, I have Iris Ulrich asking a moving question. Any message on where I should be living best to do my purpose?
Iris, I don't know where you live. I feel like she lives abroad. She lives in the UK, maybe. I don't know. But I can give you this. I cannot say where exactly, but I feel as if the country that you're in is not the country. I feel like there's another country or another side of your country that would best suit you. I also feel that the time to move is going to be closer to I go June, July, August. I take you in the summer months, or our summer months, knowing people across the world may not be experiencing summer at the same time as we do. But I just want you to know that that's the time to make the move, and I feel like where you are will not support your purpose to the scheme, the grand scheme of how you would like it to play out. Thank you so much for that question, and pop in the feed where you are, what country you're in, please.
She said Switzerland.
She's in Switzerland. Was there a thought or an idea that we were going to go to, oh Lord, for some reason I just want to talk about Australia. I just feel like there's something else for you. Switzerland may not have the flexibility that you need for your path, your spiritual path, and your purpose. So give thought and consideration to that, my dear. Who else do we have?
Next, I want to go here to Isabella Fox.
Isabella Fox.
She says, my business is in massage therapy and skincare and not able to work. I am taking the time to do things at home and be still. Will I be able to maintain till this is all over?
Ah, yes, a great question, Isabella Fox. Yes, you will. You know, I think we're all in this together. We're all journeying together, self-employed, you know, a lot of hairdressers, barbers, skincare professionals, massage therapists. You know, we are not able to really work in the capacity that we were, if at all. So, yes, we will be able to manage. You will be able to sustain yourself. It's going to be a time of great reflection to do things around the house. I will also feel that certain things you've been wanting to accomplish had gotten delayed. And now when we look at it, some of those delays may not be such a bad thing. So just realize that the timing of everything has been happening for a reason. Just allow it to unfold and all will be well. All right, my dear, thank you so much. You'll be fine. You will sustain. And business will be back and booming as usual. You'll see. Yes.
Next, I have Marty Allen.
Yes.
Are my guides happy with the recent changes I've been making?
You know, what I see here, Marty, is that everything you've been doing very centeredly, very connected to source. You've been asking for the changes and you've been asking the universe to support you, and the changes you've made have come to you with some ease and grace in the end. You know, some of the change ideas have been maybe a little difficult to come upon, but once you made the changes, that you are very supported. Archangel Michael steps forward in appreciation of the balance that you've maintained and sustained. And I see Archangel Shamiel, the angel of love, supporting you with unconditional love. So thank you, Marty Allen, for your Facebook question. Who else do we have here, Helena?
I got Fran Kraft. 2 concerns. First is the forced isolation that'll possibly become too comfortable, and second, that the eyesight is changing rapidly. Will this level out and slow down? She has a severe allergy to the vitamins that she's supposed to take for this. So in truth, she kind of has 3 concerns going
Right.
on.
You know, so Fran Kraft, the first thing I say is see your eyes healed. See the energy of light healing the eyes, the back of the eyes. See the nerve endings being strengthened and fortified. Work on it as a healer. Place your hand, ask the healing light to come through your body, and place your hand over your eyes. Pray to Saint Lucy. She is the patron saint of eyesight. Ask her to assist you. Yes, you can't take the vitamins, but there are other things you will be able to take. This isolation will be temporary. Well, yes, you like to kind of stay to yourself, so it might get too comfortable, but use it as a way to build intention of what you're going to do once you go back out into the outside world. So thank you so much, Fran Kraft, for your Facebook question. Okay, Helena, I think we want to go to our healing and see us going to that divine healing energy that we're going to give everybody. And we thank you so much, and we thank you for your support. And we ask if you want to support the show and send a donation. We greatly appreciate that as well. We have our physical structure here, the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I have a center here. So we do need to, like all of you, still work on sustaining this as well. So we are grateful, and we trust that Spirit has our back and has all of our backs, actually. So thank you so much, everyone. And we're going to get ready to do our healing. And Spirit is also asking me to pull another love card for the group as we get ready to close here. So we are going to pull this card. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. Well, isn't that our message today? At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point in trying to change that which is beyond our control. Oh, what? Acceptance is the key to inner peace. We have to type this and save it in the feed. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point in trying to change that which is beyond our control. Let's zoom in on this one, Helena. We say bam.
Bam.
Thank you, universe.
Wow.
Thank you for that message for us.
I got it. Even though our Zoom's not 100% great, I'm still doing it. Look at that. And our theme today is inner peace. as well.
Yeah, through difficult times, yes.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll just flip over for the picture too, which is beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Which makes me think of Archangel Shamuel and unconditional love.
I was going to say that looks kind of very similar to our Shamuel statue.
Yeah, it does. So here we go. Okay. So we're going to open up to some healing for everyone. And we're going to particularly focus on our energy, our breath, our breathing, and our ability to release and trust. So we're going to take a nice breath. Breathe the breath of life. Breath of life is what fuels us. We open up for the energy of the breath of life, and we ask that divine supreme God support us at this time. We are willing to accept the things we cannot change or control. We accept that. And we're going to use the tone of the soul to speak to all of us today. Just feel the energy and just take a nice breath as we summon the angels. Archangel Michael, we ask that you step forth and surround us. Bring forth the protection. Protect us from all maladies, disease. Protect us from energetic disturbances. Protect our countries, our cities, our states, our families. Seal us off with the white light of protection. Cut the cords of karma with your blue flaming sword that disrupt our flow. Cut the cords of karma that bind us to these experiences, especially those who have incarnated in this life to experience difficulty at this time. Allow us to resolve it with ease and grace and move forward. We ask that you are always with us, Archangel Michael, here and now. We open up the energy. We open up the energy of healing. We ask that the God light come to the crown chakra and clear the crown chakra, infusing our body with divine light so that no virus or disease can infiltrate us. As we bring down the light, we bring it down into our nasal passages. We infuse divine light, we infuse it with the green healing energy. And as we bring this down through the nasal passages, we bring it down into the back of the throat. We rest it in the throat chakra, and we expand gold, green, and white light into our chest area, infusing our heart, opening up our heart with divine love energy. And we allow the healing energy, the beautiful, magnificent healing energy, to fill our lungs, and we all take a nice breath. And as we breathe, we say Amen. And as we take a nice breath, we say Amen. And we open up the energy and we take another nice breath and we say Amen. And as we open up this energy, we clear the space within our being, and we open up our breath and our nasal passages, and we know that we are cleared and illuminated. We allow the healing light to travel throughout our body to wherever we have a misconnection, a miscalibration in the physical body. We take it through the skeletal system. We take it down through the legs. And we heal our body. We are restored. We are rejuvenated here and now. And as we open up this energy, we bring this energy and we heal out into the world, knowing that we all are healers and keepers of the light. Divine healing energy, opening up the energy of the light. I am a powerful being. I am a being of light. And so I am. I open up the energy, the infinite energy of the universe, the universal flow, the divine energy. As we clear the space, we open up the energy in the physical body. We open up the energy in our physical spaces, in our homes. We take the energy and we release it out into the world. Healing energy. We open up our palms and we place them up into the energy as receivers of great light, great healing, great love, great abundance. We are open and receptive in this healing energy now. We bring forth the energy to our inner being, and we bring it forth and we bring it into our heart chakra, And we say, I am a being of light, I am a being of love, I am a being of divine healing, and I am healed. In this energy, I am healed. And I open up this energy and I say, I am light. You are light and you are love. I am peace. I am. Feel the beauty, feel the energy. I am. Open up your hearts. Listen to the tone. I am. Let's all say all together. And from there we say, I am. I am. I am. Feel the energy and the frequency in your body. I am. I am. I am. A being of light. I am a being of love. All I am is that I am. All that I am is love. I am all that I am is that I am. I am one with love. I am one with peace. I am one with joy. I am. I am. I am. I am well. I am one. I am divinity. I am. Every cell in my body is love and light. It cannot be broken down, for I am divine. I am the perfected energy of God, residing now within me, within my heart, within my soul, within my cells. I am. I am. I am. Take a nice breath. Breathing in the energy. See every cell in your body illuminated. See a force field of light on the outside, sealing you off so nothing other than the glory, the grace, the beauty, the light, and the love will be upon you here and now. You are abundant beyond measure. Trust that all will be provided. Your angels, your guides are with you. Archangel Uriel, Gabriel, Raphael, and Archangel Michael walk before you. Put your foot upon the path of light. Trust, this too shall pass, and all will be well. You are supported, you are loved. They are with you, we are with you, and we support you during this time. Share this page, share the light, share the message that was heard earlier in our opening. Send it out. Let everyone know. Fear not, for all will be well. You are protected, and God has not forsaken you. And together we are light, we are love, and we are one. I thank you on behalf of myself, the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach, on behalf of Helena, and all the support that goes into producing this Sunday Funday and our radio show. We thank you for joining us. Good night. God bless you. Happy Sunday Funday. Be well. Stay safe. And I am Sarah Spiritual.
Shines down upon me, and there's a light that brightens up my day. There's a light leading the way. Oh, there's a light. There's a light, there's a light that opens doors for everyone. Oh, there's a light that touches hearts. There's a light to open everyone to love. Love may hold the answer we are looking for. Love may open up another door of light. Oh, there's a light. Oh, there's a light. Open up in everyone. Can you feel it? There's a light to change the world. Won't you be a part of the light? Oh, love, it is the answer now, and we can see love. There's a light. There's a light that shines inside of me. Oh, there's a light. Oh, there's a light that shines inside of you. in me.